So your next point is building camaraderie with your engineering team. How does this make you a better designer?
This is also another trait that I look for in designers, which is how eager are they to build camaraderie with their engineering team? This means that you are talking to them before you even go into Figma. You are sincerely looking for their opinion on how something works. So engineers traditionally are quite reserved characters. And so the best way to kind of like crack that egg open is be kindly persistent with sourcing their feedback and showing that you are really, really interested in understanding what their capacity is and how they're going to navigate your designs. If a founder sees that an engineer and a designer are working seamlessly with one another, that founder is going to like put a premium on your role because it means that you can move autonomously with your engineering team. There's a few moments where really it's all about picking and choosing with your engineering team, because that engineering team is going to go up to bat with you when marketing or sales or legal or the founding team is butting heads with you. And so if an engineering team and a design team are a united front, not a whole lot of people in the company are going to be able to buck up against that.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't seen too many engineering team and design team really be so close, but when you see it, it's amazing. I think a company to note here, which is Basecamp or 37 Signals, it's probably been my favorite sort of working environment. Engineers will like give you shit. They will be like, what about this? What about this? And you're like, I don't know, like, let me go back.
Your first reaction, because it's just human nature, is going to want to be defensive. Why is this engineer giving me such like hard time? Like, what? Really dial your ego back for a second. It's not just a button that they have to build. They have to connect that button to a color schema. They have to connect that button to an API call. There's so many things that they have to do. And if you get out ahead of these problems, then suddenly your defensive nature becomes collaborative. There is a harmonious relationship between engineering and design, and that's known as the product team. I think the more that you aim towards that, you're going to soon realize that designers and engineers are a lot more similar than we might have given it credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. So, point five, don't be a yes man.
We all know what a yes man is, and it's when a company going through a growth stage, what you find is a lot of people around the founding team or the executive team, they're going to say yes just to get their KPIs up. This is misguided because here are these leaders that you're trying to look up to that are exhibiting behavior that in your gut known to be not the right thing. Not being a yes man basically means if you have an opinion, say it, but choose when and how and where you say it. Embarrassing the PM that's responsible for launching your mocks, probably not the best idea, but pulling that founder aside and being like, hey, in that last meeting, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to like knock anyone down, but I really do think that we should be pursuing X. Here's my reason. Founders are hardwired to make champions of people that are working on tasks that the founders were hand rolling up until they hired them. If you're someone that is doing design work in an organization, you're just saying like, yes, I'll complete this. Yes, I'll do this. You're soon not going to be turned to as someone that can provide value to the bottom line. And you're not going to be able to really shape the product because no one's going to really take you seriously when you do have an opinion or you do want to butt your head up against something. And sometimes things can get a little tense and charged. The best thing to do is just breathe and get oxygen as quickly as you can to your head and make sure that you are presenting evidence and not a subjective, I think. It should be because, and this is why. And sometimes founders or PMs or whatever, the director that you're working with, they're not going to see it. But when they do, you're going to feel better about yourself and the customer is going to feel that.
I want to like clump number 8 and number 9 together because it's kind of rolling off what you said. So number 8 is don't wait for someone to check in. And number 9 is send thoughts, ideas, and what if statements in real time. Because you mentioned founders love opinionated people to work with. Let's chat about this one.
Number 9 is, send ideas, thoughts, whatever you have on your mind about the product at any given time, send it to the founder, because that's going to show someone that you are on their mind. And it's just like dating, those texts that you send or receive where it's like thinking about you, babe. A founder wants to know that they're being thought of. Make sure that you are sharing everything whenever you can. Pushing on the team that you work with is really, really important. They are showing that passion from evidence. That's only going to make you look that much better. You don't want someone to see you as someone that has to check in all the time. You want to be a designer that's anticipatory. And the best way to do that is, using something like the stoplight method. Stoplight method is talking with the stakeholders and saying like, hey, do you agree that this is like a medium difficulty after estimating it? Yes, I agree. Okay, cool. So I think I can have this done by Friday, but let's be sure to check in on Tuesday and Thursday to make sure that we're on the right track. So just by virtue of doing that, you're setting expectations, be anticipatory, and don't wait for people to check in, because then you're associating in their mind that you are not organized. And that is so annoying. The best designers that I've worked with are presenting information to me. So don't wait for someone to check in, but instead use something like the stoplight method, where you estimate with the stakeholder together, you arrive on an aspirational date, and then you have check-ins in between so that you guys can protect each other's time.
It doesn't just have to be designers. I think like anyone awesome that you work with is really good at managing expectations, and they're very proactive, and they're just like, hey, what about this? What about this? And it's just more fun, right? Where, oh, you care about the thing that we're working on. So do I. Let's vibe and let's do something about it, right? You mentioned track KPIs, track data.
Want to listen to the full conversation? Click the video on screen now. Subscribe to the channel if you want to join us live. Oh, wait. Okay, fine, you don't have to join us for the live stream, but if you like stuff like this, then click that subscribe button. I'll see you on the inside. Bye!